Hey everyone! Today we are back at Universal Orlando Resort for Universal's Halloween Horror Nights. From Stranger Things to Last of Us, there are over 10 haunted houses, 5 scare zones, and so much more tonight, where my goal is to try and do every single haunted house and have a great night. So let's go ahead and have a great day adventure. Now, with Universal Orlando Resort, I do have to make a disclaimer first, because Universal's Halloween Horror Nights is, of course, a horror-themed event. This can be a very intense Halloween event at times. If you want something that's more tamer, definitely watch the Mickey's Not So Scary Halloween Party video if you're looking for something like that. However, with Halloween Horror Nights is a horror-themed event now through November 4th, 2023. And this is one of, if not the most popular Halloween event, especially here in Florida. As with Universal Orlando Resort, they've been doing this for over 32 years, as there are numerous haunted houses from Stranger Things, Exorcist Believer, Last of Us, Chucky Ultimate Kill Count, and Universal Monsters Unmasked. And I can't wait for tonight, because I have done only 7 of the haunted houses. I haven't done Last of Us, Chucky, or even Yeti Campground Kills, as that'll be interesting to go through all of them. And first thing actually I want to do is try and see if we can do the Stain Scream right now. Now, for Stain Scream, in the New York section, it's starting at the statue right over here. Inside the New York Stain Scream area, there are 3 haunted houses for this one. There is, of course, Stranger Things 4. There is The Exorcist Believer and Dueling Dragons Choose Thy Fate, where we are going to be heading over to Stranger Things, because that is honestly, I think, the most popular haunted house. So we're gonna try to get that one done, head over to Exorcist, and then go into Yeti, Dueling Dragons, Chucky, and then make our way around the park. But I also have the park map right now. Right now it is 4 o'clock. We're just now heading into Stranger Things 4 for the main holding area line. And as you can see right now, it looks like it is absolutely crazy. But last time when we tried to do Stranger Things, we went in around 4:50. Big mistake, because that's when I went into an hour-long line. So hopefully this time it's at least a 20-minute wait. But before we go into Stranger Things, I kind of want to go over a few things with tips and tricks. And after an hour and 26 minutes, we are now heading inside Stranger Things 4. Inside Stranger Things 4, you must band together with your squad if you want to resist Vecna's gruesome curse. Take on the scariest season of Stranger Things yet. Like 11, now's your chance to stop him once and for all, as you have the ultimate showdown in Vecna's blood-red mindscape. As we can see right here, we are actually bypassing most of this line, thankfully, and it looks like we won't be needing to use the extended queue today. Also, I'm guessing right here at Dueling Dragons, they're playing some advertisements already, which I didn't see for opening weekend, so I think that's new. It's been 33 minutes since we first entered the line, and it is now 5:48, so let's go ahead and enter inside Stranger Things 4. And I'm now back outside of Stranger Things 4. We waited a total of 34 minutes, and I gotta say, the house was pretty good. It's a lot better than the first run, as I now kind of understand everything that's happening inside the house, as I think this does a really good job of adapting what is a very long season into this 6-minute house. In short, Stranger Things 4 is definitely a must-do if you're a big fan of Stranger Things. But I think right now, our next house is going to most likely be Dueling Dragons, since right now Exorcist is a 35-minute wait. Another thing to consider, Stranger Things right now is a 135-minute wait, where Dueling Dragons Choose Thy Fate is a simple 10-minute wait. And as for Yeti Campground Kills, I think that might be the next house, as I think Yeti is a lot more longer than Dueling Dragons. Dueling Dragons is just 10 minutes, and it doesn't go up until 6:30, so might as well do it now to get out and over with. For the next house tonight, I'm going to do Dueling Dragons Choose Thy Fate. If you're wanting to do every single haunted house, recommendation, do Yeti, then Dragons, but I'm just going to do Dueling Dragons first, and we'll see what we can do afterwards. Two warlocks of great power were turned into dragons after trying to take Merlin's spellbook. Now you and your friends are caught in their epic battle, where you must choose a path and a victor. This looks like it's going to be a walk-on, so let's head inside Dueling Dragons. And I just got out of Dueling Dragons Choose Thy Fate. I gotta say, it was a really good house. I still think it is one of the weaker houses in my opinion, but still really well detailed. I think the costumes were incredible, and as a haunted house, it's not scary, but I still think it is pretty good. Right now, we are going to be doing Exorcist Believer. Inside this house, this is based on the new Blumhouse film, where two missing girls, Angela and Catherine, have been found with no memory of what happened to them, but wherever they went, the ultimate evil has returned with them. Witness a chilling chain of events as you enter the most terrifying scenes from the new Blumhouse film. With this one, this is one of the scariest haunted houses, I will have to admit. The wait time was for 35 minutes. Right now, we've been waiting for 6, so let's go and see how long we wait and enter inside the Exorcist Believer. Oh my goodness. Exorcist Believer is one of, if not the most intense haunted houses at Halloween Horror Nights. This house got me really good, especially 2 of the jump scares inside here. I think this is probably most likely going to be way better than that movie, especially since I know right now, I think it's at a 28% or a 30% Rotten Tomatoes score at the moment. I'm not really optimistic about the movie, but I do have to say, the haunted house is one of the best haunted houses here at Halloween Horror Nights. If you're looking for a really scary house, I would definitely go in this one, since this is a really good one. Also at the moment, it is 7 o'clock. We just waited in a 39-minute line, and for right now, I was thinking I might try to do another haunted house. We'll see, whether that's Chucky, Blood Moon, or another house. But for now, let's go ahead and try to do another one. Now, right near the entrance, we're going to head inside Blood Moon Dark Offerings. In a colonial era village, moon worshippers witness a blood moon at their fall festival. They take it as a sign to hunt down any non-followers, including you and your Scream Squad. Of course, with Blood Moon Dark Offerings, this is an original haunted house. Right now, the wait time is for 35 minutes, and this is honestly, in my opinion, one of the weaker houses, as I think it is beautiful, but I think it could be better. But this time, let's go ahead and see if it is good or if it is one of the weaker houses. So I'm kind of going to make an update. I feel like Blood Moon Dark Offerings is honestly better than I thought it was originally. On the first visit, I didn't get half scares. Now, it's actually really good. I think the entire set designs were incredible. I thought scares were pretty good as well. And I think this is one of my favorite houses, as it's so hard kind of to pick which house is my favorite, since all of them are great. Although, I will have to say one thing. During the house this time, there's people working on it. So that was the first time I've seen someone having to work on a house during the walkthrough. So that was interesting. But I think right now I'm going to try head over to Universal Monsters Unmasked. So we'll have to go through both Dr. Oddfellow's collection of horror and Dark Zodiac. So let's go ahead and go through these 3 scare zones.
friends. Enjoy your night.
Yeah.
I'm sorry I can't hear you.
Yes.
My friends, are you here for fear and horror? The likes of which you've never seen before. Do come closer, I don't mind. Come in, everyone. Do I have something for all of you? For those who may not know me, I am your gracious host this evening, your benefactor of evil. They call me Dr. Oddfellow. My friends, I am here because a certain clown couldn't deliver.
Dark Zodiac. There are numerous Zodiac members, from Aries to Cancer, as are all here for one reason, and that is to get your soul. Oh. And also, this is the one place where you can see Mel's dying right there. What next going to be? Jungle Doom Expedition Horror. In the 1920s, Dr. Oddfellow ventured into the jungle, performing horrific experiments on nature. Now, his creations are coming after you. Oh my gosh. Also, there is like a crashed plane. If the fog clears up. Oh. 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 Yeah, there's the plane right there. Oh.
Here is where my search for power and immortality begins. The twisting of nature is but a first step towards becoming the most powerful being in this universe and beyond.
Hello there. Up next, we are going to be doing another haunted house. That is for Universal Monsters Unmasked. Descend into the Paris catacombs where you and your squad will face a new horde of monsters. Dr. Jekyll and Mr. Hyde, the Phantom Opera, the Hunchback of Notre Dame, and the Invisible Man. But before we do a haunted house, I was thinking I'll try the classic pizza fries right here. And as we can see right here, I got myself a dish of pizza fries. This has pepperoni, sausage, cheese, and most importantly, the fries as well. So I cannot wait to try this. So these are the pizza fries right here. Let's go ahead and give this one a try. So with these pizza fries, I gotta say, these were really good. Now, I love the fries, the cheese, the sauce, and the pepperoni. I think it is a little bit hot. I would probably wait for it to cool a bit more, but I think it's probably my favorite food item at Halloween Horror Nights now. As overall, I'll definitely get this one again. But right now, let's go ahead and head inside Universal Monsters Unmasked. And after 30 minutes, we are now in front of Universal Monsters Unmasked, so let's go ahead and head inside. So I just got out of Universal Monsters Unmasked. I gotta say, it's not as good as last year's Legends Collides, but it is still good. I think the scares were really good. I thought the costumes, the sets were incredible. I think this is tied with Blood Moon for best set so far. I think really the only thing I kind of didn't like, I thought there was a bit too many universe monsters, but I think this is still a pretty good house, and it's something I'll definitely do again. In fact, there hasn't been a single bad house yet, and I've done 7 so far. My least favorite as of right now is I think unfortunately gonna have to be Doing Dragons, but even then, Doing Dragons is such a good house. But up next, I was honestly thinking I would kind of take a short break, and then we'll see what else we can do in the meantime. So for the next house, I was thinking about doing Dr. Oddfellow's Twisted Origins. Inside Dr. Oddfellow's Twisted Origins, you won't be able to resist going inside Dr. Oddfellow's menacing menagerie of twisted oddities. But the price for you and your friends is steep. The cost of your souls to feed his immortal power. With Dr. Oddfellow's, it is honestly one of, if not my favorite, haunted houses this year. It is really well themed and is also very terrifying. And after 20 minutes, we are now heading inside Dr. Oddfellow's Twisted Origins. So let's go ahead and head inside this twisted circus. Now I just got out of the Dr. Oddfellow's Twisted Origins. It was a lot less busy as I thought it was going to be. It said it was 60 minutes. However, it was actually a 21-minute wait. I think with the next house, it's going to be Dark Steel since it's a 45-minute wait. But overall, with Dr. Oddfellow's Twisted Origins, I think it's one of the best house where it is very scary and it is well themed. And I think this is definitely a house I think makes the best use for its space. That and Dark Steel, I think, are my personal favorite house. But as of right now, let's go ahead and head inside the Darkest Steel. Inside the Darkest Steel, blues musician Pine Straw Spruce will have to face music after meeting with the Collector and trading his soul for musical glory. Junior Squad will learn the terrible price of fame inside the Darkest Steel. This is honestly one of my favorite haunted houses for this year's Halloween Horror Nights, and it's actually going to be my 3rd visit this year. So with that being said, let's go ahead and head inside the Darkest Steel. And I just got out of the Darkest Steel. Now, Darkest Steel is one of my favorite haunted houses here at Halloween Horror Nights this year. And up next, we're going to be doing The Last of Us. This is a house I have not done yet, and it is one of the most popular houses for Halloween Horror Nights. So I cannot wait. Let's go ahead and head inside The Last of Us. In our next house, The Last of Us is one of the most popular houses, as this is adapted from the video game rather than the TV show, where you and your squad will encounter the haunting and overgrown world of the video game in a brand new, terrifying way. Stay silent if you want to survive a multitude of clickers, hunters, and more. Now, I haven't done this house yet, so let's go ahead and head inside The Last of Us. After another 24 minutes, we are now here at The Last of Us haunted house. Finally. So let's go ahead and head inside The Last of Us. And I just got out of The Last of Us. I gotta say, it pains me to say this, but I think it's probably my least favorite house. I feel like it kind of just feels incomplete. It was not as scary as I thought it was going to be. And worst of all, while I think it's just okay, I still like the set pieces. I did think there was only one scare that got me really good. But overall, Last of Us was unfortunately a disappointment in my opinion. It was just okay. Right now, it is 1 a.m. It is very dead. A lot of lines are not as long as they were hours ago. Where right now, the only 2 houses we could do now is Chucky, which is 25 minutes, and Yeti, which is also 25 minutes. I'm not gonna lie, I think it's probably best to just call it nights. Fingers crossed Chucky and Yeti are actually good, because after Last of Us, I am now more worried about Chucky given its mixed reception. Up next, we are in Shipyard 32. This is a scare zone inside San Francisco. Oh. Next house tonight is going to be Chucky Ultimate Kill Count. That might probably be the last house tonight. It also looks like there's some scare actors coming inside. So, with that being said, let's go ahead and head inside Chucky Ultimate Kill Count. Inside Chucky Ultimate Kill Count, Chucky the serial kill doll is back for a new gore fest. He's hijacked his own haunted house with all kinds of bloody hijinks. You and your friends must try to survive his ultimate kill count. Chucky Ultimate Kill Count was actually a lot better than I thought it was. Is it a great house? No. But before I can do a review, we have around 16 minutes left, so let's go ahead and go through Vamp 69 and head over to Yeti Campground Kills. Inside Vamp 69 Summer Blood, this is a scare zone where vampires take over a music festival, where this is set in the late 1960s, and with all the vampires, let's go ahead and head inside. And for the last house tonight, we have Yeti Campground Kill. Park's about to close very soon, so let's go ahead and head inside Yeti Campground Kills. Now inside the final house, Yeti Campground Kills, you and your friends are about to venture into a 1950s campground overrun by huge menacing Yetis who rip apart anyone who gets in their way, as you must flee to the Ranger Tower to escape. Now for the final time, let's go ahead and head inside Yeti Campground Kills. And with that house out of the way, Universal's Halloween Horror Nights is officially closed for tonight. We did every single house tonight, and I cannot be more happy to do that. But now we got everything out of the way. So now it is time to see which is the worst house, which is the best, and what are my thoughts on the event overall. As for the event itself, it's much later, but Halloween Horror Nights 2023 was a great year overall. I was able to do every single haunted house, so let's start with my least favorite and work my way up to the best house of the year. Starting with The Last of Us, a disappointing house with great set pieces, but kind of feels incomplete. Then there's Chucky Ultimate Kill Count, a very fun house that's not the most memorable in my opinion. Then there is Dueling Dragons Choose Thy Fate, a very cool house with a lot of great set pieces and costumes, but lacks scares in some places. Then there's Yeti Campground Kills, a really good house as a surprise for me with a lot of good scares and costumes. Then there's the most popular house, Stranger Things 4, as that house was pretty good with a lot of good sets and scares. There's also Exorcist Believer, a terrifying house. Then there is my top 4 houses with Dr. Oddfellow at number 4, a really good house with the best uses of space and has some really good scares as well inside. At number 3, it's Universal Monsters Unmasked, as the house is probably my favorite set piece by far with a lot of great scares. Then at number 2, probably the biggest surprise on this list is going to be Blood Moon Dark Offering, a really great house with a ton of amazing scares and set pieces. Then at number 1, my favorite house of the year has to go to Dark Steel. My favorite house was a great story, some very good scares, and a great set piece. As always, until next time, thank you very much for watching, and I hope you have a great day.